Hello, and in this tutorial we'll be modeling the boy's hand as I promised. So we already have the reference image, and we can zoom in to see the hand right here. Most of our work is going to be on the top view, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to uh, edit mode, and I will turn off my subdivision modifier and select this loop. We'll go back to front view and we'll hit Shift D to duplicate this loop, bring it out here a little bit, maybe right here. And I don't want to see the rest of the body because it's going to be in the way. I'm going to be rotating the shape a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to wireframe mode, deselect everything, and box select the body right here. I will leave the loop that I just duplicated alone, and I will hit H to hide the rest of the body. Okay, so let's start working. I'm going to use this loop to create a finger. So let me select the whole loop, go back to front view and maybe position it right here, scale it down a little bit. There we go. And then I will extrude to create the finger. Okay, so I'm going to go back to solid view, and I will try to close this gap here. So what I'm going to do is I will select these two vertices and fill between them, and then hit W to subdivide. And now I will be able to close this loop. Nice. Okay. Let's go back to side view, and we will try to make this look like a finger. So I will create a few loops here to make the joints. This is one, and this is two, right here. And I will try to shape the finger to make it look more real. So I'll select these, scale them maybe down a little bit, like so. And then we'll create another loop here and scale it up a bit, bring it down, like so. And I will create some more loops here for the joints. This will help me first reshape the finger, and also it will help me when I'm animating, because I will not have any weird stretching happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deselect everything and select only this loop here, and I will scale it down a little bit, bring it up like so. And if I add the subdivision modifier, you'll see what is happening. Okay, let's do the same thing for the other loop right here. I'm going to scale it down a bit and bring it up. Okay, so let me smooth this. So go back to object mode, T, and smooth. And maybe I will also flip some of the faces because it looks dark here. So I will go to wireframe mode, C, select the whole thing, and then go to the third, click here and recalculate. Good. Now, the finger is almost ready. We can add some more details if we want. Like, for example, I can select these 6 vertices here, bring them down a bit, and maybe push this one out, this one as well. Let me do the same thing for the second one. Bring them down a bit, and push this one out and this one out. And you can see that it started to look more detailed. Let me create the nail. So I will select these faces here, and I will do the same old trick that I do all the time, extrude and scale a little bit. And in the front view, I'm going to rotate this a bit, just a hair. And now I will add another loop right here, and this will help me shape the fingernail better. Maybe rotate it a bit. I can also, push these inward like so. Maybe push these out a little bit. And there we go. Nice. Now we have one finger done. Let's go to top view. And let's select this finger, Z, and select all of it. And now I will hit Shift D and duplicate. So this is, the first one is going to be the middle finger, which is the longest one. Now I'm creating the ring, which is going to be a bit smaller. There we go. And then I'll rotate it a bit like this, and then I will shift and duplicate it again, and this is going to be the pinky, which is the smallest one. So let's scale this down. Oops. Rotate it a bit. And from the side view, let's rotate this like so and bring it down. Good. Top view again. I'm going to go back, deselect everything, and select the middle finger again. And I'm going to shift, duplicate, and rotate a bit. And on the side view, I'm going to also rotate it like so and bring it down. Good. And go back to the top view again. Maybe rotate this like here, and then shift and duplicate again, and rotate. Sorry about this. And go to the front view, rotate a bit, and to the side view, and also rotate a bit. Very good. Now I'm not going to need, in the thumb we have only one joint instead of two like the other fingers, so I'm going to select these two vertices and these two rings and delete them. Good. As you can see, now we are starting to have a sense of the hand. Good. Let's hide the subdivision modifier for now so we can see where we are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill these faces between the fingers. Fill, 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 and fill. Good. Now let's do the same thing right here with the thumb. I think to move this a bit here, this one as well. It's a bit distracting. So let's see. Fill and fill. Good. So now we have this hand almost ready to create the rest of it. So what I'm going to do now, and let me see if I have this correct. Yes. I'm going to select these vertices. This ring right here, and I will go back to top view and extrude just a tiny bit. Right here, and then I will level these on the x-axis as x0, make them look a bit better. Okay. Now I will close this face here, fill, and down here as well. 2, 3, 4, and fill. Good. Let's do some modeling here. Just some adjustment to make the shape look more organized. Okay, let's go back to top view. We'll go to wireframe modifier, wireframe mode, I'm sorry, and I will select these loops here. And on the top view, I'm going to extrude again. And scale down a bit on the x-axis. Very good. Okay. Now, as you can see, I have too many vertices, and since I only have 8 in the original hand, then I need to reduce the number of vertices right here. So I'm going to do some tricks, show you some tricks. So I'm going to select these 3 vertices, for example, and I'm going to hit Alt M and hit center. And maybe you see that we have 2 triangles here, which we don't want. So what I'm going to do is select these 2 triangles and hit F, and this will fill them and make it into a quad. Let's do the same thing right here. So Alt M at center, fill, oops, Alt M at center, fill, and let's do this one more time right here. Alt M, center, and fill. We can do the same thing down here. So 1, 2, 3, M, center, fill, M, center, and fill. Oops. Alt M, center, and fill. This one as well. And fill. Good. So we're almost there. Let's close these faces right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill. And up here, fill. Perfect. Okay. So let me just organize a few things. Just to see what's going to happen. Okay. Good. So let's select this whole loop here, and then try to extrude it, and SX0, and scale it on the y-axis. I did it just to have a sense of what we are doing. And it looks like I have a few extra vertices. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I need to get rid of 4 of them. And these looks good here. These do not. So I'm gonna delete these vertices just to see how I'm gonna be able to close this gap. Well, looks like I need another vertex here, so I'm gonna fill these and subdivide, and this will give me an extra vertex to work with. Sorry about this. So, okay, let's move this out a bit. hand. Nice. So let's see how many vertices do we have right now. We have still 10 vertices. So we need to do something about these. If I merge these, then it's not going to be enough, but well, so let's see how many do we have now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this solves the problem. And now we can connect this hand to the voice body and do whatever adjustment we need to do. Okay, so let's bring back the subdivision modifier and see what the hand looks like. It looks good so far. Let's try to connect this to the voice body. I'm going to hit Alt H. And before I do that, let me just move the hand away a tiny bit. There we go. Alt H. And here's the boy. Now all I need to do is to connect these two loops to each other, maybe bridge them. So I will select these, bring them here a bit, and maybe I'll do some adjustments because this looks really small. There we go. I can select this whole loop and maybe scale it on the z-axis like this. Bring it right here. See how this is affecting the hand. I'm going to scale it on the x-axis. Bring it here. Let me also bring the whole hand this way. Okay, and now maybe we can adjust the position of some of the vertices so we can connect them to each other. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and fill. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and fill. 1, 2, 3, and 4, fill. Maybe bring these down a bit. 2, 3, and 4, and fill. Bring this up a bit. Okay, this needs to come here. This one as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill. 1, 2, 3, 4, and fill. 1, 2, 3, 4, and fill. 1, 2, 3, 4, and fill. Perfect. So let's do some adjustments, and we will be all set to go. Looks nice so far. Let me create some loops here. And it looks a bit big, so I'll try to scale it down a bit. So Z, A, and I'm gonna select all of these and scale them down a bit, bring them here, maybe. Yeah, well, the hand and the illustration looks bigger. Okay, and let's bring some of these down. So I'm gonna do proportional editing by hitting O, and gonna hit G. And right here, do this again as well. Right here, maybe these as well. Z. Let's see what this looks like. It looks like we have a few loops that crossed each other, so maybe we can fix this. Yeah, I see them. Oops, let's turn off the proportional editing. Like this here. Push these back here. Tweaking, tweaking, tweaking. Keep tweaking until you are satisfied with how the shape looks like. So what I'm trying to do now is to follow the anatomy of the hand. You can look at your hand while working and see what needs to be done. add the subdivision modifier again and look at how the hand looks like. And I think it looks good. Maybe these two or three vertices should go up. Side, right here. And there we go. Let's add a few more loops to in order to have better joint in here. Maybe scale them down a bit. Some right here. And let's do the same trick that we did before. 1, 2, 3. Scale down and take it up. Okay, let's see how this looks like. I think it looks good. If I add another loop right here, this will make it look a bit sharper. And there we go. Nice. Cool. Okay. So this is going to be the end of this tutorial, and the coming tutorial I'll show you how to create the head. I'll see you then.